Hello everybody, this is Albert with Green Tea House. I hope you're doing well today. Today I'm going to ruminate on the 1-year anniversary of the opening of Green Tea House. Now before we begin, if you haven't been here, come visit us. Come visit us. We are located halfway between San Antonio and Austin on I-35 in a town called Green. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so these episodes come fresh to you, and post a comment. Also check out the link in the episode notes if you want to buy some loose leaf tea. That's pretty good quality. All right, so Green Tea House officially opened cyberly, because it's a word, on January 1st of 2024. So that's when we started to sell tea online. And then we were looking for a place. And then eventually we found a place, and we soft launched in mid-April, but our official opening was April 26th of 2024. So as of recording this, I'm recording this on April 27th. So we're celebrating our grand opening on May 2nd because we had an event here on April 26th, and we didn't think there would be so many people. That was an event that we couldn't celebrate it. So we pushed it to the next Saturday. So we'll have cake. If this comes out beforehand, I think this is going to come out the day of. So if you're listening to this the morning of May 2nd, come visit us, get some cake, and we're also breaking a puer cake to celebrate. So we've been open a year. I do not have a background in business. I am a teacher. Casey was a teacher too. I don't have an MBA. Though I don't know if having an MBA does really improves your chances of having a successful business. I don't know. Do we have a successful business? I don't know. I will tell you the cycle of this year. So when we opened, and we had a little soft launch, as I mentioned, the first month, a lot of people came, and these were diehard tea geeks. Like, oh my God, thank God you're here. We were on social media for a couple months, and Casey does a lot of the social media posting on New Braunfels groups. So, there were people that knew we were opening. And so we did have the dieharders come. So I remember in late April and in May, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It's always going to be like this. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And we thought, okay, well, we're about to enter summer. People will start really coming in when the cold weather comes. And now, if you don't live in Texas, cold weather never really comes here. But first real cold front is maybe mid-November, meaning the day before that cold front, it's 90, and then the cold front will come in the high. The next day will be 72, and the low maybe 50. We don't really get cold weather, but either way, the people around us, the tenants around us, were when we were in May, they're like, oh, be careful for June, July. It's dead. Summers are dead here. I'm like, oh, okay. They were right. Summers were dead. Our summers were like the Kalahari mixed with the Sahara throw in Antarctica, no precipitation, desert time. Desert. There were days in June and July where we saw maybe 2 people all day. And it was bleak. And it reminded me of Macaulay Culkin or Justin Bieber. These people have success very early on, and then they kind of get frozen in that time, and they never grow up. And that's what it felt like. When we opened, it was pretty busy, and then it was just dead. And in the summer, most of the time, I was just like, okay, let's just wait till the cold fronts come. The cold fronts will change everything. Yeah. Then the cold fronts come, and not really. No. What really changed things was Christmas season. So we really were busy in December. We released Winter Spice Delight, our Christmas blend. And a lot of people came in because teaware, in particular, small tea bags that we sell, our bags of tea that are small, are perfect stocking stuffers. So December was really, really busy. And I thought, okay, well, January is still cold here in Central Texas. It'll be pretty busy. No, it was not. So after Christmas hit, I thought, well, people will come, it's cold, they want to drink black tea. Not really, no. And so now that we've done a year, I've kind of realized, and Casey and I realized, it's going to be slow all the time but December. Pretty much it's going to be slow. And what do I mean by slow? So I'm here, and I do about 80% of the shifts here. And she comes in when I'm teaching. So I'd say, I don't know, a typical day is going to be maybe 6 people come in 9 hours. And then we'll have a couple of cyber orders, maybe a month. Now, we have the YouTube channel, and that's brought in some people who don't live in New Braunfels /Green, who didn't know us until the YouTube channel. And then, of course, we also have the podcast, Tea and Herbal Fundamentals. That's brought in one cyber customer. Now, that podcast is just a rebroadcast of the YouTube channel. But if you have an Apple product and if you want to subscribe, go look up Tea and Herbal Fundamentals and subscribe. So cyber orders, we have 2 or 3, maybe 4 every month. That helps out. But really, it's slow. And am I surprised that it's slow? No, because Asian tea is foreign to Central Texaners. And we have several videos here, several large series on the reluctance and hesitation and almost fear that a lot of people have when they come here regarding tea, because their perception of tea is radically different than the global perception of tea. And we present this tea shop as the global perception of tea. Now, the ambiance of this place, if you've never been here, is really like a coffee shop that serves tea. We just play really relaxing music, and you just chill, and you drink from a glass teapot with a candle warmer underneath it, and it's all chill. But the table, the sniffing table, the tables the teas that we sell are Asian. This is not sweet teaville. And again, for Texans, and in particular, most men who find tea to be effeminate and they're alienated by it, this is a struggle. We knew this was going to be a struggle. We don't give people what they want. We give people what they think they should have. And that's normally the recipe for disaster. It really is. If you look, you give people what they want: bars, fast food, junk food, any of these purveyors, they normally don't go out of business. You know who goes out of business a lot? Green juice places. Unless you're like in LA or South Beach or something like that. Green juice stores normally don't stay open if you're in middle America. Why? Because everybody knows that green juices are healthy, but nobody really drinks them. And it's the same thing with Asian tea. So I don't want to be bleak or anything like that. I want to say that I love the tea shop. I'm here all the time. I'm drinking Gyokuro. I get to drink all these teas that have high L-theanines. I'm all chilled and relaxed, and I get to interact with customers and all this fun stuff and whatnot. I will say that as a small business owner who still teaches, and I'll continue to teach, simply because we just don't have enough traffic here, there's definitely, like all small businesses, every day there's little triumphs, and every day there's a lot of struggle, and every day there's existential dread as to whether or not this place will be successful. And I could say on one level it's successful because we've brought tea knowledge to people who've learned about tea and have become healthier because of tea and all these things. So we can certainly say that. I will say that every other tea place, and most of the tea places that have been around here were afternoon tea, those kind of places, crumpets and scones. Every other tea place that in this general area from San Antonio to Austin has failed. I did not know this when we opened. So I don't know if that bodes well for us. But we will see. If you want to help us, continue to come to the tea shop, of course, let people know, of course, do one of the subscriptions. We have the monthly subscriptions where you get the new teas. On little things, posting reviews helps, subscribing to the YouTube channel, because maybe one day if we get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, this channel can be monetized. I have a couple other YouTube channels that are monetized, and maybe $20, $30 a month you get on ad revenue, unless you have a very large following. But it's something. So these are like little things that you can help us. And for all you guys who have been here or bought tea from us, thank you so much. We appreciate that. And I just love tea, and I have a passion for tea, and I want to share that with other people. But I also need to balance that out with realizing that what we offer doesn't really appeal to the majority of people in this general area. And you can't get mad at people or mad at possible customers because they don't like your product. That is the free market. That's how free market works. And we can adapt to a certain extent, like we offer cold brews and whatnot. But ultimately, our vision is a sit-down tea store, and of teas that don't have artificial colors and food dyes, or they're not pre-sweetened like a lot of sweet tea places are. We'll do a future episode. I was looking at Arizona tea. Arizona tea in their ingredients has corn sugar in it. But either way, guys, post in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and God bless.